Welcome to the December 2020 goal setting call. I'm super excited to get to talk to you. I love the month of December, but I specifically love the month of December following a November like we just had. I mean, can I just get a what for November? Oh my goodness. Put a number 1 in the comments if this was your best November since you started the company. It was by far my best November since I started the company. And that is really super exciting. So excited for December. If you see me looking down, it's because I have some notes. So I hope you have a pen or pencil, piece of paper, and I need you to have the number that you ended points-wise last month. I don't care if it was 5 or 5,000, you need to know where you ended last month. So I hope you came prepared for that. Really excited to talk to you guys. Okay, so December, end of the year, so fun. Some of you may feel like I literally reached out to every human that I know in November. Like I combed through everybody, Black Friday madness. I reached out to all the people. If you feel that way, put another number 1 in the comments. I want you guys to know that I feel that way every single month. Every single month, I'm like, where am I going to find new enrollments? Where am I going to find new people, right? Where am I going to find these people? Because I be recruiting, you guys. I don't know if you guys know that about me or not, but I be recruiting. And this headband is really on my nerves, y'all. I have recruited for 5 years. And so you're not going to find me buying into the excuse that I don't have anybody to talk to. You know, I will tell you, bull. That is just not the truth. And so what I have found is that people who go into the start of the month thinking there are plenty of people in the world. I mean, billions. We have access to unlimited amount of people. People who go into the month thinking I can find new people to talk to. People who go into the month thinking there are people out there who need what I have. Those are the people who find themselves being successful in the first 2 weeks of the month. Some of you, listen, and y'all know I'm all about stepping on toes. I don't know why I always have to do it. But some of you wait and work yourself to death during Magic Week that you then give yourself the first week of the month off. Like you somehow feel like you've earned that. And I laugh because here's what I know, guys. What's better? For me to work out for 3 hours 1 day a week, or for me to work out 40 minutes 6 days a week? What do you think is going to yield me better results? Obviously, the consistent smaller efforts over time, right? My trainer would punch me in the face if I said, I'm going to work out this one spurt of time. But yet I see it happen over and over again. People who kill themselves into the month, right? And y'all, I want you to know this repeats. This pattern repeats. They kill themselves at the end of the month because they took the beginning of the month off because they had killed themselves at the end of the month before. And so they find themselves saying, oh, I just need to take the first few days off. I'm so tired. I'm here to tell you that that's the first thing that you need to change. If you want to go into 2021 on fire and create momentum, the first thing that you have to do is decide to show up consistently. Okay, yes, consistency over intensity all day. I want you guys to think for a second of someone whom you admire in Freedom Team, and it cannot be me. Some of you guys are kissers. Cannot be me. A leader that you admire in this team, and put their name in the comments. This isn't a popularity contest. What I'm trying to prove is a point. So think of some leaders, multiple leaders, one leader, doesn't matter, someone on the team who you admire. And I want you to think, how do they show up? Michelle, Jackie, Terry, Brittany, Jana, Abby, Michelle, Terry, okay, got it. Do you ever see them wait until the 7th or the 8th to pop into the IPA chat and say, woohoo, here's the training video that I watched today, or here's the message template that's working well, or do you ever wait? Do you ever not hear from them until the 7th or the 8th? No, that's not true. They're leaders. They show up. And I'm here to tell you, you're on this call tonight, so now you are a leader. Congratulations. You just earned yourself the responsibility of being consistent. And it starts today, right now. As a matter of fact, we're 3 days late into the month. I hope you've been working before now. But we're going to start talking about how to set goals. But I'm here to tell you that your goal will not be achieved peacefully if you do not make some changes in the area of consistency in your life. That is number one. Okay? Goals are about as good as if you're not willing to make changes to achieve them. Okay? So how many of you will tell me, Christina, I am committing to being consistent. I'm going to do it. Listen, I didn't say try. I didn't say I'm going to try to do it. It's Christmas, you know, that surprise again. But I said I'm going to. Guys, listen, if we change our mind from I will try to I'm going to, it really just eliminates the drama in our brain. It eliminates the drama. If we say I'm going to try, your brain already thinks there must be things that are going to hold me back. There must be things that are going to hold me back. Oh my gosh. But if we put in our brain and say I'm going to do this, your brain goes into problem solving mode. Your brain looks for solutions. Okay. I forgot what I was going to say. Okay. Oh yeah. So I tell you every month I'm like, who am I going to sign up? Where am I going to find these people? Sometimes I recruit 30 people a month and I really don't know how I'm going to find a human. But you know what I do? I keep sending my messages. I keep posting in my stories. I keep going live on Facebook. I keep doing what has proven to be effective over time. Consistency. Okay. All right. So I want you to know it's a choice how you choose to experience the beginning of this month. It is a choice. You can choose to experience this from a place of peace and joy because you have goals, you have a plan, you've time blocked, you know what's coming. It's been proven that consistency pays off. The people are there, they have you have what they need. Or you could choose to experience from a place of scrambling around. How am I going to find them? What am I going to do? And no plan, being totally and completely reactive and beating yourself up saying, I'm so inconsistent. I suck. I'm this. I'm that. Like, let's let that be the month that this does not happen. Just show up for yourself. Have a plan and just show up. I want your business to be as important this month as the most important thing in your life. I don't want you to work it as hard as 16-hour days. No. But what I'm saying is I want this to be as important to you as the other most important things in your life. If you wouldn't go a few days without seeing your kid, I don't want you to go a few days without seeing your business. Certainly not coming and barking at us, telling us that you want to grow this thing. If you wouldn't neglect your husband for 3 or 4 days, if you wouldn't not feed your dog for 3 or 4 days, please don't not see your business for 3 or 4 days. Make this as important as the other most important things in your life. Or be okay with the fact that it's not important. Okay? All right, let's get into goal setting. All right, one more thing. I'll just leave that out. Never mind. I think I made my point. Okay, so at the top of your paper, here's where you're going to vision cast exactly what you would like to see happen this month. So it's going to have your name. Mine says Christina will. Not Christina will try to, but Christina will. And then here's where you're going to put your goal. It could be Christina will grow by 200 points. Christina will hit Ruby on her reentry. That's actually what mine says. Christina will hit Ruby on her reentry. It could say Michelle will whatever. Michelle will develop 4 silvers. I don't know. Whatever your big goal is this month, put it at the top. It could be a rank. It could be a re-rank. It could be a grow by a certain number of points. It has to be something that is going to cause consistency to show up in your life. Please do not tell me Christina will maintain. No. Something on your paper that is going to require consistency to show up in your life. Listen, guys, you asked for a challenge. This is it. The rest of the world will tell you that complacency is okay. I will not tell you that. I need you to write a goal at the top of your paper that's going to require you to be consistent. So that's what's at the top of our paper right now. Christina will be, or your name, not my name. So-and-so will be, fill in the blank. Everybody got that? Okay. All right. Underneath that, I need you to put where you ended last month. The number of points that you had last month. Okay? Is everybody okay with me using my reentry as an example? Real life talk. Everybody good with that? If I don't hit my goal, are you guys gonna like egg me or throw tomatoes at me? No? Okay. All right, so mine is Christina will hit Ruby. Okay, I ended last month at 425. Okay, you have on your paper where you ended. Now I need to know the number total needed for your goal. So does everybody know how many points your B is? 500. That's what I would put on my paper, 500. Whatever your point goal is, that would be required for you to have hit your goal. So if I had said Christina will grow by 200 points, then I would add that to where I ended. So whatever your number is, that you have to have that many points to have hit your goal this month, write that down also. Any questions so far? I don't think you can unmute, but you can write it in the chat, and I have my chat open. You have your goal, where you ended last month, the number of points total required for you to hit your goal this month, okay? Now I want you to subtract the former from the latter. You got me? So in my case, I would take 425 from 500. So I want you to take the points you had last month from the total points you want this month. Everybody tracking? Okay, so for show and tell purposes, 500 minus 425 for you math gurus is 75. Yes? Everybody circle that number. That's the number of points you need to hit your goal this month. Now we're gonna take into account attrition, so nobody be panicking over there. I got you. I've been doing this a minute. Okay, the number that you've circled, we're gonna divide by 5. You know why? Because we're gonna assume this growth is gonna be on levels 1 through 3, and they're worth 5 points each. Let me recap. Your goal at the top, where you ended last month, the total points needed to be at your goal this month, subtract the less from the most, and that gives you the points that you need to grow this month. Divide that by 5, and that's going to give you the number of recruits or new ads that you need. Box that number in. Okay, so for instance, 500 points for Ruby minus the 425 I ended at left me 75 points. If I divide 75 by 5, it leaves me at 15. So on my reentry leg, I need 15 joins, supposedly. Go ahead and add about 20% to that number. So for me, I'm going to add 10 joins. Okay, and I got 10 from taking 20% of 500. Because I'm counting for attrition. I'm assuming people who ordered last month won't order this month. Some attrition's normal. So I have a number of 25 ads on my reentry that I need. I had a number of 15. I added 10 to that to account for attrition. Anybody need me to stop? This is hard. Some of you have heard this multiple times. Some of this is new for you. Does everybody know how many joins they need this month? I'm about to tell you how to get them, so just don't let the number scare you, but does everybody have the number? Anybody need me to help you do math? I totally will help you. Okay. All right, what I want to know now, next to that number, you have a number, you've underlined it, you know your main number this month. That's going to be important. One way that I use that number is I will divide it by the number of days in the month in my brain to get an average daily ad rate. So for instance, if I want to add 25 joins, I'm thinking, a join a day would have me at my goal. Now, y'all listen, our business is not linear. We all know that that's not going to happen. We're not going to have the same number of joins on the 1st as we will on the 29th. Okay, that's not normal, but it's a good idea to gauge it by. If you get to the 23rd and you have 0 joins and you need to add 317, you are late. Okay, so this will just give you a good number to gauge it by. All right. The next number you're writing down is out of the number of joins your team needs, how many are you personally going to recruit? Are you going to go for the 2 joins by the 15th so that you can be a product tester? Yo, that's fan-flippin-tastic. Do you know if you recruit 2 people by December 15th, Plexus is giving you a free 30-day supply of the new product that's launching at Super Saturday? I'm not even getting that. If I don't recruit two, diamonds don't get it, jewels don't get it, only people who recruit two. And one of the coaches let it slip that it's something that has a taste. So there. So in the comments, I want to know, how many people are you personally committing to recruit? Is it 2 for that? Is it 6? There's tons of cash bonuses out there. How many are you committing to recruit? Put it in the chat. Also, if you have a guess on what the new product is, put that in the chat. Michelle says 6. No doubt, Michelle. 6 from Ashley, 6 from Amy, 6 from Trina. They're going too fast. 6 for Leah, 6 for Kelsey. Christina says 9. Christy Thompson 4. Jackie 6. Mandy 6. Sarah 2 to 4. Nail it down, girl. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Make a decision. Casey 2 to 4. Gotta nail it down, sister. Goals are specific and measurable. You know what happens if you put a 2 to 4 range? You get 2, and instead of celebrating your goal, you're beating yourself up because you didn't get 4. So make a goal. Make a goal. Amy says 10. Lauren says 6 all day. Okay, awesome. Any guesses on what the new product is? Anybody already earned the new product? Anybody already have 2 joins? Shout yourself out if you've already gotten 2 joins this month. A new active flavor. Ooh, that would be fun. Yo, I want a protein bar or like a workout bar. No, I want some sort of a snack. I like snacks, but I have no inside knowledge. So collagen flavor. Interesting. Coffee. Hillary, that is an interesting idea. That would be fantastic. Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, I already forgot what I was talking about, so y'all have that going for you. Okay. No, how many people you're going to recruit? All right. Anybody need a recap? Everybody good? I really hate recapping things, but I learned through teaching that it's really necessary. All right. So we have the number of joins that your team needs, and then how many you've committed to recruiting. Yes? Why is Brittany making all the sad face? Oh, zipper face. I didn't even know Brittany was on here. Hey, Brittany. Okay. So what I need to know now is, out of those that you are promising to recruit, or how many you had last month, how many people are you committing to help go silver this month? So you can have, if you had 6 joins last month and you say, I can get 2 of them to silver and 1 of my girls this month, figure that out and write that number down. All this math is going to make sense. Kat's going to have 2 silvers. Christy's going to have a silver. Mandy's going to have 2 silvers. Michelle 2, Kristen 2, Amy 1, Sarah 1, say at least 2. You guys, do you know that if you will help your people go silver, your retention rate almost triples? Almost triples. You know why? Because if somebody just got their products 2 weeks ago and they have 3 people on their team and they're about to get a paycheck, it's not going to bother them that their stomach might be rumbling. They're going to be willing to work through that with you. You know why? Because you just helped them make $350. They're okay working. Okay, so you have how many team joins you need? 25 in my case. I'm going to commit to having 3 people go silver. Well, if I help 3 people go silver, that's how many joins, everybody? What's 3 times 3? 9. Thank you, Barb, for playing along with me. That would be 9, right? So I'm saying I'm committing to recruiting 3 people. So I'm subtracting that from the total number of people my team needs, right? 25 minus 3, 22. Now I'm going to subtract the 9 people that are coming by way of someone else going silver. So 22 minus 9, that is 13. Do your math. Yes, Leah, I can absolutely. Okay. You have the number, Leah, do you have the number of joins that your team needs this month? Did you get that far? I can't find your face. Hold on. Oh, your face isn't showing. That's why I can't find it. Do you have that number, Leah? Okay. So from that number, Leah, from the main number of how many joins your team needs, subtract from that the number of people you personally are committing to recruiting. If you want to put your numbers down here, I'll help you. Like if you don't mind everybody knowing. Okay, you want to recruit 9. How many does your team need altogether, Leah? Thank you for being a guinea pig. Your team needs 9 and you're going to recruit 9? You need a bigger goal, sister. I don't know what your goal is, but you need a big, okay, you're going to recruit 6. Okay, all right. So if you need 9 and you're going to recruit 6, you'll subtract 6 from 9, and that leaves 3 people left on your team that you need to recruit. How many silvers are you going to develop? 2. You need a bigger goal, sister, because you've already beat your goal, even if no one else on your team participates. So whatever your goal is, Leah, I want you to add 30 points more. So now your team needs 15 people. Follow me. I just changed your goal because you need a bigger goal. 15 people. You're going to recruit 6. That's going to bring your team down to needing 9. Okay. So if your team needs 9 and you're going to help 2 people go silver, that's going to give you 6 people right there, because 3 people to go silver times 2 is 6. So your team needed, what did I say? Your team needed 15. You're going to recruit 6. That leaves you 9. 6 people from that who are going silver leaves you 3. You tracking me there, Leah? All right, does everybody have their total number of people minus who they're going to recruit, minus how many people will be accomplished by so-and-so's going silver? It should give you the remainder. Everybody have the remainder, like people that need to join your team that you're not sure where they're coming from yet? Did everybody get that far? Kelsey, how did I add 10? Well, so for Ruby, it's 500 points, right? So 10% of 500 is 5, right? No, it's 50 points. And so 50 points is 10 people. That's how I just picked that. Like if my team had that much attrition, I'll just add 10 people. I picked a number, honestly. Pick a number. I mean, you know your attrition is history. So whatever feels average for you. If I ended last month at 425, and I know that my team typically goes forward or goes backward a certain number of points, I just want to accommodate for that in my brain. Don't ever bank on having 100% of the points from last month this month. It's a bad mistake. So you just want to assume 10% might fall off from last month, kind of doing the math that way. Does that make sense, Kelsey? I can't find your face. Yes, you're nodding. Okay, we have prayer in 6 minutes. Okay, so you have the remainder. You have how many people you promised to recruit. You have how many people you promised to help go silver. Okay, what this does is it gives you accountability when you sit down to work your business every day. You know exactly what you're focused on. I'm focused on recruiting this number of people, and I have so-and-so in mind because I've committed to myself to helping them go silver. It gives you focus, okay? The next thing that you need to know, and you probably won't know it right now, but you need to know your team's goals. If you have someone on your team going for a big rank, if you know that someone on your team's going for a re-rank, if you know someone on your team's going to add 200 points, you need to connect with them. If they're your level 1, find out what they're going for, number 1, because you can plan better. Anytime I'm going for a big rank, I always am finding out where my level 1s think they're going to end, because that's how I can gauge whether it's feasible for me or not. I know where my workers on my re-entry, I know all 3 of their goals this month. So when I found out their goals, I knew exactly what was possible. Because I'm not going to go recruit myself to Ruby. That wouldn't be fun. But if I can help all of them check their boxes for their goals, guess what will be in the bag? So you need to connect with your team and ask them to do this exercise. Hopefully they're on this call and they're going to be kind enough to send you their goals after this call, and you can gauge yours that way. But what this call is supposed to help you do is realize this is how many joins I need to hit my goal. This is what I can make happen by way of my recruits and my silver development. And here is the remainder that I'm going to need to find support for somewhere else. It should help tell you if your goal is not audacious enough, like we saw with Leah. And it should tell you if your goal is, it needs to be brought down a little bit for this month. Guys, there is nothing wrong with setting a goal that feels more attainable. If you've never added 50 people in a month, and right now your worksheet tells you you have to add 89, find a different goal. That's not that the goal that you have written down is not achievable or attainable, but the timeline might not be right. I mean, you want something that's going to require consistency in this month, not something that's going to require you to kill yourself in this month. This is the month of family and fellowship and parties and presents and Jesus and all the things. So you're looking for something that's going to allow you to show up consistently and have wins in your business. So look at your numbers. And I'm telling you, if you've never been in the ballpark of those numbers before, unless you have lots of new workers, which there are several of you on here, and that your numbers are kind of doing like ours did for several months there, and you're like, I think I can make this jump. Because listen, the month that we had 600 joins, I had never had 600 joins before, but I saw a trend. So look at your trends. Be responsible, okay? And if you're deciding my goal's not hairy enough, I need to increase it, it doesn't mean that you have to look at a double rank. It might mean that you have to look at a point increase goal. Like with Leah, I said, hey, you know what? Add 6 people to that. And listen, Leah, I really would double that. I would double it. That 9 that you had, I'd make it 18. Because listen, New Year's resolutions, people are looking to buy. They got money to spend. They've been sticking stuff aside in a Christmas club at a credit union. Okay, if you make it valuable enough, this is the month. I mean, historically, December is a great month for everybody. So this is what this is supposed to do for you. It's supposed to cause you to feel empowered. It's supposed to give you feelings of determination. Whatever you're thinking about your piece of paper right now, I guarantee you your actions and your results will be a result of those thoughts. So if you think to yourself, what I'm doing is working, this is going to happen, then you're going to feel empowered and confident and disciplined. And then you're going to show up for yourself in your business every day. And you know what the result is going to be? It is going to be your new circumstance, which is Christina is a Ruby. And then next month, Christina is a Ruby. What are my thoughts about that? Christina feels determined, and Christina feels like she's going to continue moving forward. My actions are going to, you see the cycle? So check your thoughts about this piece of paper. If you have an unintentional thought that's showing up, replace it with an intentional thought. And I would write that thought down right here on this piece of paper. And guys, this should fuel you every day. This should give you something. It should give you focus, but it should also make you feel empowered. It should tell you exactly what is possible. It gives you exactly what you have to look at. You guys, there's so much money on the table this month for new people, for silvers, for you, and they're paying out within 72 hours. Y'all, if somebody can't afford $100 for Plexus, I guarantee you they cannot afford everything they want to buy for their kids for Christmas, and you have a solution. Tell them. Girl, listen, I know that $100 feels like a stretch. What if you could turn that into $350 and you could be paid that in a matter of days? Would you be open to that? What could you do with that extra money? You could get that 4-wheeler that your kid wants, that little Power Wheels or whatever it's called. You could, whatever. Be bold in that. And that's all the time I have. Now we have to go pray. So y'all pray for me that I'll stop stepping on anyone else's toes. All right, love y'all. See you on prayer.